And welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be making a maze game in Scratch. So this is what it is. Basically, you're going through this maze and trying to get to the end so you can touch the you can eat the apple, which is all the way at the other side, technically the opposite side of the maze, and you have to try to make your way through there. So, yep. And yeah, so it's pretty easy to make, not that hard. There's not a lot of code to do here, as you guys can see. But yeah, so let's get right into it. Boom. Hopping into a new Scratch project, and I'm gonna be uploading my new sprite, so my maze sprite, which is this, and just change this to cat, and then set the size to 20. So what you're going to be doing is go to one green flag is clicked and set the coordinates to x14 and y165 negative. And this should be your code for this. You don't have to have the next costumes. I just have next costumes just in case. So just in case I need to add like different maps and stuff, so you don't really need it. And now I'm going to be adding a food, which is the apple, so set the size of that to 30 and place it right here, and then go to the coordinates and just put in go to x negative 11 and y 167. So now what you're going to be doing is go to the scratch cat, and forever if it is touching, if key up arrow is pressed, then what do you want it to do is you want it to change the Y by 4 and do next costume. So it's going to be like this, something like that. But you also don't want it to go through the walls. So what you're going to be doing is putting an if statement inside there and do if touching color, and you have to kind of match this exactly perfectly there, like that. And what you're going to be doing is if touching that color, you're going to be making it change the Y by negative 10, so it doesn't like back out. You guys can see that it's not going to be able to touch it, so you can actually change this to like negative 5. So yeah. Alright, let's test it. So every time you can't go through the walls, and you're going to be duplicating this one time and then duplicating it again, so it becomes 2 times. Make sure you don't loop it in one if statements. It won't work. So this is the up arrow, and this is going to be a down arrow. So you can change the Y like this and this so it doesn't mess up. And this is going to be the right arrow. And you don't really need to have you don't have to have the change Y. You need to have change X. So oops, put this like that. Change X by negative 5 here and change X by 4 here. So now you're going to your left arrow, put that in, and you can just duplicate it like this. Boom. Change this to left arrow, and this to negative 4, and this to 5. So now you have your code, and you can kind of see here. It's kind of like a bit laggy, but it is properly working. You guys probably have saw that it was working inside the other project. So yeah, it is a bit laggy for some reason, but go ahead and name this to maze game. Oops, maze game. Alright, and now what you're going to be doing is making a backdrop just so it looks a bit better, and make sure you do no outline. Like, you can do whatever colors you personally want. I'm just going to do something that kind of fits in with the backdrop. So now something like this. Alrighty, so that's basically it. Let's see here. Boom, game is working. You can kind of glitch through the walls somehow, but mostly you can't. So yeah. Alright, now what you're gonna be doing is I'm gonna go to my maze backdrop, and you're gonna be coating your apple so that every time it's touching it, it's gonna say that it won. So forever, if it I'm touching the cat, then it's just gonna be saying you won. So like this, let's see here. Trying to make my way through. You guys can actually make your own mazes if you want, or just upload it. That would actually save your time a bit. But you'd have to actually kind of fix it a bit, because it's gonna be having like a backdrop, so it's gonna be having a pixel backdrop, so you kind of have to take some time and erase that a bit. But yeah, so every time you touch it, it's gonna be saying you won, and also since it's won, you shouldn't do anything, so it'll just be stop all. And yeah, guys, so now what you're gonna be doing is go to the maze, and you're gonna be broadcasting a message for this. And if you have multiple sprites, you could definitely do this. But yeah, if you have multiple sprites, you could do this. But if you don't have multiple backdrops for the maze, you can't do this unless you can like duplicate your maze backdrop and kind of change it a bit. So now you're gonna be doing is, when I receive next level, do the next costume. So let's see. And then one green flag is clicked. Boom. Try to make my way through this maze here. You can kind of glitch because I think it's because of like the colors. Maybe the colors are a bit too light or something. I really don't know, but I guess it's probably because of that, because you guys can see I'm kind of going through the walls, but some walls I can't go through. So yeah. So boom, you won. And then it's gonna change the backdrop, change the map for the maze. So that was it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below if this was a fun and helpful tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out for now. Bye.